Yeah, my mom washing my clothes.
The address is CBS. Welcome home.
Hey. Hey.
Hey. Oh, fine, honey. I'm sorry I didn't get home last night, but I had all this paperwork to do after we brought Chucky in.
Forget about him. You were hurt. Why didn't you tell me about this last night?
I just took a little cuff on the chin. I didn't want to worry you.
Then tell me about it now. You left our picnic for a drug bust. What happened?
The bus kind of found me.
Excuse me?
I had to help Eddie.
You know, why didn't I see that coming? Damn it, honey, when are you gonna let go of this kid?
Put that down. It's a good thing I stopped by. What are you planning to do? Strip the place bare?
Lisa, I wasn't gonna steal your precious little ending.
Oh, come on. I said, put it down.
Hey, good morning. Jack called earlier and said that he would be stopping by.
Oh, no.
What? You don't want to see him?
No, because I know exactly what's gonna happen. He's gonna be wonderful, he's gonna do something sweet, then I'll start thinking again.
Thinking.
That all our problems are over, and they're not.
Oh, I see. So that's why you were up at 3 o'clock this morning, sitting out there on that swing, huh? I woke up and I saw you. I thought maybe something was wrong.
Well, something is. That perfect, beautiful, stupid swing is what's wrong.
Well, I'm afraid I don't understand.
When Jack does something like give me that swing, I melt, and I know you're his aunt, Emma, and you adore him.
Well, I may adore him, but I'm not blind to his faults. What?
I was gonna say goodbye to Jack last night, for real, this time. But he remembered something I said once about how I wanted a swing at my dream house. So there it is, hanging from a tree branch, my dream, courtesy of Jack Snyder, and here I am, all melted mush.
Well, maybe that's because in your heart you don't really want to say goodbye to him.
Of course I don't. And part of me wants to forgive him right now. It would be so easy, and it would feel so good.
Julia.
But how many times can I set myself up to have a broken heart, Emma? Because I know that's what's going to happen. I mean, all the signs are there. I can see them.
Hey, knock, knock. Now that's a sight. Two women in town hanging out together. These are for you. I think you said something once about liking yellow roses.
I'm so glad you got them to do this plea arraignment this morning. I don't think I could have handled it if I had to wait.
The DA is a good man, honey. He's not looking to make a big deal out of this.
Just hope the judge goes quickly. You know, it's so early. If we get it done fast, maybe no one will know. Maybe it'll just all die down.
Honey, you're gonna be fine. Just hang in there another half hour.
When were you arrested? Carly, when were you arrested? Is she in custody, detective? Is she in custody? It was in this morning's paper. Look at
Another man, is it true, Carly?
me. Is there another man?
As the world turns.
Why won't you answer the question, Carly?
Is it true that your husband got you a special
If
deal?
you don't stop with the
Did you get a
feeding
special
frenzy
deal
for
from
1 minute.
I'd be happy to answer any legitimate questions that you may have. Thank you. Now, in the first place, there is no cover-up. You people should know me better than that. My wife made a mistake. Last night, she went to the DA. She made a full admission, and this morning we're appearing before the judge for sentencing. I would also like to add She came forward voluntarily. It took a lot of courage, and I'm very proud of her. Now, that's all. Now, if you just leave us...
What about the other man, Detective?
Why are you stonewalling
Give us
about
the
him,
dirt,
Detective?
Carly.
I said any legitimate questions.
Carly, is the
Now
mystery
we're
man
through
your
here.
lover?
Tell us the story.
I said we're through.
One more
Come on,
try.
guard.
Carly, how do you feel about having ruined your husband's career?
You all right?
Oh, I'm just swell. Silly me thinking I could have gotten through this without it becoming some media event.
I'm sorry.
Of course, everybody had to find out what I did because there might have been just a couple people left in town who didn't consider me public enemy number
I
one.
don't know how the hell the press got a hold of this. Who could have told them?
That would be me.
Joan London for Clarity.
In my line of work, you've got to be ready. Ready to hit your mark. That's why my doctor prescribed Claritin Ready Tabs for my seasonal allergies. It dissolves on your tongue without water, so you can take it anytime, any place. One tablet means 24-hour non-drowsy relief from seasonal allergies, and it's safe for children as young as 6. There's a low occurrence of side effects, including headache, drowsiness, fatigue, and dry mouth.
Action!
Talk to your doctor about Claritin Ready Tabs. Call 1-800-Claritin.
How come you do me like you do? How come you do?
Even if you can't always treat your wood furniture with kid gloves, always treat it to Pledge. Because Pledge does what's right for your wood. Its conditioners care for and protect it far longer than dusting sprays. So treat your furniture like you do. And where life goes on, let Pledge go on. S.C. Johnson.
All the mirrors in my house were like from here and up. What do I need to see the rest of my body for? I was fat. I decided to change my life. I lost over 50 pounds on the Slim Fast plan. The energy went through the roof. Shake for breakfast, shake for lunch. Delicious. It's the only thing that worked for me.
23 vitamins and minerals, protein, calcium, fiber, all the balanced nutrition like a healthy meal.
I know I look good. That's the confidence that I have now.
Slim Fast, every day. Balanced nutrition for a healthy life.
I know I love it.
I was using the all-over baby wash, Johnson's head to toe, when Becky accidentally dropped the bottle and splashed Lauren's face. I got upset, but of course it was okay. It's milder than every baby soap.
Johnson's head-to-toe baby wash.
When I bite into a York peppermint patty, I get the sensation that I'm
Poised on the ice, my back to the goal, facing icy puck after icy puck. Save, kick save, and a beaut.
York peppermint patty. Get the sensation.
Tom, it is not Eddie's fault. Chucky was Dina's dealer, and he was going after him.
So Eddie called you?
Well, no, his friend Georgia came and found me, and I responded like any other officer of the law would.
You followed a drug dealer for the rest of the night. Is that how any other law officer would respond?
All right, I admit it. I might have pushed the sting just a bit, but why would I want Eddie to get hurt again? Tom, Eddie saved my life last night.
What?
Yeah. The sting went south. Chucky knocked me out. He had a gun. I woke up. Eddie was there. Chucky was armed. Eddie had nothing. He was empty-handed, and he got in between, and he saved me from taking a bullet.
Honey, you wouldn't have been there if it wasn't for Eddie.
Yes, I would. I'm a cop. Remember, we've been after Chucky Wells for months, Tom.
But you went on another convoy mission for this
we got
kid.
a lead. We followed it. All right, but it's not his fault. Look, I know that you have problems with him. I know that. Tom, you really can't blame this on Eddie, can you?
What? You want to punch me too, huh? You want to finish the job Chucky started, huh? Go ahead.
No, actually, I wanted to thank you for saving my wife's life.
At least I told you I was coming back for my things. No, most normal ex-bosses would have shown a little tact and stayed away until I finished.
No, you see, I prefer to be here. Keep an eye on things. It's better to count the silver before you've gone.
Actually, that's gold-plated, but I'm not taking it with me anyway. Nothing but Emmys from now on. I'm in a new business, you know?
Yes, I know. I've heard.
Really? That's odd. I didn't see it in the Argus that I was the new one-third owner of WOAK.
Well, you see, it's only big news to little people.
Oh, really? Oh, well, then maybe you should consider changing the motto underneath your masthead to only the news Lisa likes to hear.
You better not be so cocky. You know, I have already called Kim. I've told her she better watch out for you. She should not turn her back on you.
Well, aren't you the little busybody? I think Kim Hughes is capable of watching out for herself, don't you? And working with a talented professional.
Well, her son happens to be so much younger than Tom, so I would say as long as you don't try to rob the cradle, maybe she will tolerate you.
Right, Tom. Yeah. I forgot that affair we're having. You didn't happen to find my underwear lying around here,
stop
did you?
it. Just cut the crap. Just cut it.
That's right, because you can spot a hussy and a homewrecker a mile off.
I can spot a liar, too.
Well, then how about a paranoid mother who can't butt out, huh? How about a person who makes up fantasies about other people, whose own son had to walk out on her because he couldn't even tolerate her anymore? Can you spot those people?
My son will regret the day he ever met you, much less followed you over to WOAK.
Oh, right. Because he can't spot the homewrecker in me, right?
He can't spot the pain that you are going to cause him and his family. Oh, Emma, come on now, wait a minute. Let's, could we have a little time out here for just a minute?
Excuse me?
Look, eventually, this is going to hurt you, too. I know right now you think that you can just go right ahead and you're in charge of everything and life is going to be just the way you want it, but it doesn't work out that way. You see, I have been in this position just like you, and I know from experience it does not work.
So are we still dealing with my fantasies here? Your fantasies about me?
Look, Tom is going to find out one of these days that you've lied to him. If not even sooner, maybe his conscience will work on it.
Can we stop this, please? All right, I get enough lectures from my own mother. And she never seems to get it right either. The bottom line is you bought me out of my contract, and Tom walked out on you. So now you're all alone, Lisa. So go ahead. Go ahead, keep making up a life for us. You just remember something. It'll always be your own fantasy. Have a great day, Lisa.
What lovely, lovely roses. Julia, why don't you put them in the vase? There's one over there right by the sink. So, you handsome thing, what brings you out here so early this morning?
Well, I wonder if you guys had heard the news.
I don't think so. What?
It's all over the City Times. Carly confessed to the hit and run.
What? Carly was the one who hit Julia?
It's right there.
I can't believe she actually admitted it.
Oh, maybe she didn't have a choice. I mean, people were starting to figure it out. I figured it out. It's only a matter of time before everyone else did.
Well, this just makes me sick. Do you think she did this deliberately?
No, she
wouldn't do that.
Well, it says here that her plea arraignment is going to be this morning. I see what she's trying to get in and out of court, sneak in and out of court. You know, as quickly as she can.
My guess is the DA's doing Hal a favor.
Yeah, and she's going to turn out to be the victim in all this. I mean, I know this girl. I mean, look, here she is. Here she is, and Julia hasn't even been contacted, and she's turning out to be the victim.
They don't need Julia's testimony if Carly's pleading guilty.
What, they're going to let her bury things like this? I mean, that doesn't seem like justice to me.
Wonder why she told. Maybe she was, trying to get sympathy from someone.
Julia, the last thing I am is feeling
Just stop.
Hey,
okay?
I'm just trying...
You're trying to talk about Carly again, and I am sick of it, okay? I've had it.
Oh. Now I understand what Julia's been upset about. Ah. You're still involved
But
with...
don't, all right? Just don't say her name again.
You told those vultures?
Nikki, what were you thinking?
I knew exactly what you were going to do, Dad. You were going to let Carly off with a slap on the wrist. Again, I decided it was time she paid for what she did.
Nikki, you should have come to us. You should have heard Carly's side.
Oh, maybe I'm sick of hearing her stupid excuses, Dad, and watching you swallowing them. What happened to you? I mean, you used to be smart.
You used to be fair.
Dad, I've been fair. When Carly slapped me, I was fair. When she attacked Barbara, we were all fair. Okay, now she's moved on, Dad. She's mowing people down on the street.
It was an accident,
And they're not just
Nikki.
people, either.
Her how?
I mean, it's Jack Snyder's girlfriend.
Stop it
Dad,
right
you don't
there,
have to be
Nikki.
a detective to figure this one out. She's still in
Nikki,
love,
I said
Dad.
that's enough.
It's still true, Dad, even if you don't let me say it out loud.
Hal?
Jess, thanks for coming on such short notice.
Well, any time for you. We better get to the DA, see if the deal is still in place.
Sure.
You made a big mistake, Nikki.
Oh, I think it's the smartest thing I've done in a while,
Because you
Carl.
don't know me. All you've ever seen me do is try to be nice to you.
Nice, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I have been until now. You want war, little girl. You got war. And you know something? I know how to play dirty.
Oh, I'm so scared.
Maybe you should be. Because you're gonna pay for this, Nikki. How? What happened? How much communities? What's the matter?
They're not going for community service.
But he told us.
He changed his mind. His boss is afraid of the publicity. They think the media will fry him if it looks like you're getting special treatment. They're going for blood, Carly.
Morning, ma'am. Fill her up, please.
Now Chex has a snack time mix for your kid on the go. Chex School Fuel, a sweet new recipe on specially marked boxes. In minutes, you transform brown sugar, Chex, and chocolate into a treat that'll rev up their taste buds.
Keep the change.
New Chex School Fuel. You make it, kids love it.
Tex, I love the big fella. But cleaning his smell out of my rugs, not so easy.
Yeah, well, mine not so easy to clean smells all over the sofa and the drapes.
Well, now there's a way to get bad smells out of fabrics for good.
It's called Febreze. It's new, and it works in places you wouldn't expect.
See, Febreze helps clean fabrics in a way you never could before.
That means getting smells out, not just covering them up.
Right. Just spray Febreze. Its patented cleaning system finds the smells trapped in fabrics and gently cleans them away as it dries.
Once it's dry, the smell's gone for good. It's that easy.
So, I went back to the laundry aisle for more.
It's even safe on my favorite dress. And all kinds of little problems.
Febreze cleans bad smells out of fabrics for good.
I'd say perfect.
Zach was a freshman in high school when Roy was born. Surprise. Oh, I was very nervous about the difference in their ages, but he always treats Roy as if he's an equal.
Should we order pizza?
Okay.
Roy adores the shirt that Zach gave him. Roy lives in that shirt, so it gets washed a lot. I just want to keep it looking great.
For clothes that get worn a lot, there's Tide. Regular detergents can leave clothes looking old, but Tide helps keep cotton clothes looking newer longer.
Roy feels so close to his brother. They're inseparable.
Now take in the outdoors. Fresh, cool, clean. Introducing Mountain Spring Tide with bleach. It leaves behind a fresh outdoor scent. It's gotta be Tide.
It's a cool summer night with Brooks and Dunn, Clint Black, Winona, Alabama, plus performing hosts Reba McEntire and Neil McCoy. Country Fest 98, CBS tonight.
Sorry, Emma. I didn't mean to yell.
It's all right. It's all right. If you don't want to talk about it, we won't.
No, it's fine. The problem was I still wasn't over Carly, and Julia knew about that.
Oh, I see. How?
I was honest with her. I told her the night I was supposed to meet her at the hayrides I was with Carly, and she took it pretty hard. I don't know, Emma. I mean, how? I hope she gives me a second chance.
Oh, Jack. Jack, I thought that it was all over between you and Carly. I mean, I thought that she was out of your life for good.
She is. Now.
Are you sure of that?
I realize it took me a long time to get it. But now I know. It was... Carly and I were never meant to be together. And I didn't want us to be.
Good.
Julia is the only woman in my life now. Somehow I've got to make her believe that. Try to convince her of that.
Well, why don't you tell her what you just told me?
Right.
Julia! Julia!
She's not answering.
What?
She's still here.
She went down the other stairs.
Her car's not there.
Well, where could she have gone?
The courthouse.
We have docket number 6204-10, case number 10815, The People versus Carly Munson.
All right. Tom and the boys will be bringing Nancy to the Valletta after everyone gets here. So, we can hide people over in the casino.
Falcon Club, Kirk Anderson. Hang on. Person to person for you, someone named Cody. You want to take it?
I don't know anyone named Cody.
You sure?
Yes, damn it, I'm sure.
Where's this call coming from? Kansas? Are you positive you don't want to take this?
Guess Mama doesn't want to talk to dear old Dad.
Bob, I guess you're wondering why I asked you to meet me here.
Oh, the party for Mom. Kim and I have it all set.
Well, no, actually, now this is about Tom. I'm afraid he's really headed for a big fall. And, well, I think if we work together on this, we'll be able to keep him on track, however.
Wait a minute. You think that you and I can keep our grown son on track?
Well, yes, we'll be subtle about it, but just give him a gentle nudge.
Lisa, if Tom is headed for a fall, there's nothing we can do about it.
Man, you don't gotta thank me.
Yeah, I do. You see, sometimes I get a little crazy when I find out my wife's been in danger, and I tend to take it out on the whole world.
That's okay.
I just can't imagine losing her, you know. I think I've just been in love with her for too long, that's all.
Yeah, sure, she's a real cool lady.
Oh, very cool.
Thank you. Hey, guys.
Hey.
Sorry to interrupt, but I've been looking all over for you. Hi there. We need to talk business.
Excuse us?
Sure, yeah, go ahead. I was hoping you could maybe have brunch with me this morning at the Fountain Club. We need to talk about your new position at WOAK. You know, where you think you'll fit in, your contract, salary, those kind of things.
You know what? You're going to be sitting at the negotiating table with the other owners across from me. I think that's going to make it a little too difficult.
What, do you think I'm going to play hardball with you? Tom, you left the Argus because of me. As far as I'm concerned, I'm responsible. So how about brunch?
You know what? I can't. Margot got banged up on the job last night. I want to make sure she gets home okay.
Let me guess. Did he have something to do with it?
Indirectly.
So what is he up to as usual? Spreading lies, causing trouble?
No, he tends to be mellowing out. I'm hoping that he learned his lesson.
Eddie learned his lesson? Somehow I doubt that. So how about brunch? Come on.
I can't. I got to make sure she gets home.
So, am I, done filling out paper? You got what you need to put Chucky away?
Absolutely. We're going to put Chucky away for a good long time where he can't hurt anyone else, thanks to you. How are you doing there?
I'm fine.
Out?
Can I,
Out?
can I go?
Sure, yeah, take off. But listen, I'm going to get a hold of you in the middle of the week. I want to come over and change the lock on your door. I mean, when you have a shot.
It's okay.
No, you need it. You need a deadlock. You need a deadbolt.
You shouldn't do that, okay?
I want to.
Just, you can't, okay? Look, Margot, we gotta stop all this, all right? You gotta get back to your life, and I gotta start having
Eddie.
I mean it, Margot. It's gotta be over. For real this time.
What is up with those two?
I have been wondering the same thing.
I don't understand it, Tom. How could she be so close to him after she knows the way he threatened me?
It's a maternal thing, and she just can't seem to get over it.
Maternal? Somehow, I don't think Eddie sees Margot as a mother.
My name is Marjorie. I'm 65 and on Medicare. I use insulin to control my diabetes, and I'm low on my diabetic testing supplies. I should be driving to the drugstore now, but I'm not. Medicare covers my supplies, and I could be filling out these forms now, but I'm not. I could be paying out of pocket for all my daily testing supplies, but I'm not. Thanks again. Liberty Medical does it all for me.
Great news. Now Medicare covers diabetic testing supplies for everyone who tests their blood sugar. Get free home delivery with a cost billed directly to Medicare. You'll have no upfront out-of-pocket expense, no trips to the drugstore, no forms to file.
I could be just a little pressed for time and cash, but I'm not.
For more information on home delivery, call Liberty Medical at 1-800-428-5353. That's 1-800-428-5353. You'll save money and time.
Hi, honey. I'm at the game with Chip.
Honey, I'm at the game with Bob.
Won't be late, okay?
I'm gonna be late.
I love
you.
Really?
How nice.
Hey, Bob, you gonna stay out late? You gotta get Rubbermaid. Hey, tomorrow night, doubleheader.
Yeah, okay.
Cool.
Rubbermaid. Ideas that last.
I'm here to announce exciting medical news. Introducing Monistat 1. Doctors know this one-dose treatment keeps working for days to cure a yeast infection. New Monistat 1. One dose from the #1 doctor-recommended brand.
Okay, so now you're going to take a calcium supplement. But which one?
Caltrate or Oscal? Oscal's proven effective in more clinical studies. That prove it strengthens bones. Yes, and it's recommended by more doctors. Don't take chances. Take Oscal.
A dark cloud is hovering.
I can see the effect of the lies eating away at you, Blake.
The intensity is building.
I never raped you.
I had to lie. I had to.
And desperation is setting in.
No one else can know the truth about this.
Now, is there any escape for Blake?
Tell the truth. Tell the truth, Blake.
Oh, if you only knew.
Get expert help. Watch The Great American Weight Loss all through August, only on This Morning.
What did you mean that Eddie doesn't see Margot like a mother?
You know what? I shouldn't have said anything. It's
talk to
probably
me.
not.
What?
It's probably just my imagination, but I don't know. Every time I've heard Eddie talk about Margot, it always strikes me as more than friendly.
Well, he's grateful, as he damn well should be. She's done a lot for him.
Well, I'm sure that's what it is then.
No, you're not.
Turn around, okay? Just turn around and look at them. Look at the way he talks to her. Does that look like gratitude to you?
Would you listen to me? You don't understand. You don't have to do this because I explained to Tom that I loaned you the money to get the apartment, and he's cool with that.
You don't get it. That doesn't change a thing.
Yes, it does. Eddie, he's coming around, I tell you.
Look, it's not about Tom, okay?
No, look, I know that you've had trouble with him, and he had a lot of trouble with you living in our house. That didn't work out, but he is a generous man. He is a kind man. He's such a good man, and I know that you don't really see that side of him.
Yeah, not much.
But you know what? Tom's a big man, too, you know? If he makes a mistake, he admits it. And if he's wrong, he'll go and he'll admit it, he'll fix it. He'll fix this, too. Eddie, I'm telling you, by the time the boys get back from the camp, we're all going to be able to go out together.
What? No way. Forget it, man.
Don't say that.
Look, I told you yesterday, okay? It ain't gonna work out. You and me hanging out. Look, you got kids and a house and a husband. You can't keep putting all that on the line for me,
I'm
Marco.
not putting that on the line for you, Eddie.
Yeah?
No, I'm not. Listen to me. The boys adore you. Lucky thinks you're his personal savior. Tom is coming around. It's all gonna work out. We're gonna be able to be together and hang out.
No. Look what happened to you last time we hung out, okay?
What are you talking about? The sting? Look, I'm a cop. You didn't bring danger into my life. I was after Chucky before I even knew you existed,
I
Eddie.
warned you to stay away from him, and you didn't listen to me, and you almost got killed.
All right. If I got into trouble because of my actions, then that is my problem. It doesn't mean that we can't hang out together. That's just crazy.
Look, you've been good to me since the beginning, okay? Because you thought you owed me, you know?
No, because I wanted to.
Or whatever. For whatever reason, you did more for me than I thought I could ever repay.
It wasn't about repayment.
Yeah, well, it was for me, okay? And last night, when I saved you, it almost felt like we were almost even, you know? so we could go back to the way it was before everything went down with Dina.
We can't go back because now I know you and now I care about you, Eddie.
Yeah, well, we have to. Go and be great to Adam and Casey and Lucky and Tom. I'll send you the money for the apartment when I can, all right?
Right. Fine. Fine, if that's the way you want it, fine.
Oh, look, that is the way I want it, and I'm not going to change my mind, okay? Look, Margot, it's not like I'm going to forget you, okay? I couldn't. But this is just the way it has to be, okay? I gotta go. Bye.
How does the defendant plead to this charge?
We plead guilty, Your Honor.
So noted. Mr. Carter, any thoughts on the sentence?
People not inclined to be indulgent, Your Honor. We feel that by leaving the scene of the accident, Ms. Munson showed gross negligence.
Counselor, can we just cut to the chase? I got a full docket this morning.
People recommend the defendant serve 1 year in jail, Your Honor.
Oh, my God. Your Honor.
Yes, Ms. Griffin, I'm sure you have an opinion on that.
My client is not a criminal, Your Honor. She's an ordinary citizen who panicked and ran from the scene of an accident. The victim, at this time, is fully recovered.
Which does not mitigate the seriousness of the offense, Your Honor.
Well, we're not suggesting that it does. Miss Munson has proved her remorse for her willingness to take responsibility for her actions. To put her in jail would be a travesty of justice. And this woman is not a danger to society. She doesn't even have a bad driving record. The accident itself is an isolated incident. Furthermore, she tried to get help for the victim. She was in the process of calling 911 when a police officer arrived at the scene. It was only after that she gave in to her fear and ran.
Which is a crime.
Miss Munson is prepared to pay the penalty, but nothing will be gained from incarcerating her. In fact, it would cause her greater hardship. Miss Munson is pregnant, Your Honor. To put her in jail could put her and her unborn child at risk.
Thank you, Ms. Griffin. I understand that Ms. Munson has a few words she wishes to say in her behalf.
Yes, Your Honor. I realize that I shouldn't have run away. But you don't know what it was like that night. The victim was walking along the side of the road. It was so dark. I didn't have a chance. There was no way I could have seen her. And then after it happened, I got so scared that I just wasn't thinking. It was the worst thing I've ever been through. And I know I was wrong to run. But I wouldn't have done that, no matter how scared I was, if I hadn't seen that she was being taken care of. But when I saw the officer, I just lost it. And I am so sorry, but please don't send me to jail because I don't think I could stand it. Thank you.
Anyone have anything else to add? In that case, we'll take a short recess while I consider this, and I'll return presently with my ruling.
Excuse me. I'd like to say something. Oh, no.
And you are?
I'm Julia Lindsay. I'm the victim.
Have you ever been tempted by fruit?
Everybody loves fruit.
Fresh fruit? Wild fruit? Fruit of the loom? Everybody loves fruit.
Everybody loves fruit.
Everybody.
You always pass along what's beautiful in life. You and your Werther's original. There's only one like you. Your special way to care and to share. There's only one like you. Your way of handing down what you love, so sweet and good. There's only one like you. You give the whole life long, the heart a home. There's only one like you.
Whisper
presents the 10 million thousand things we have to do every day. Locate stuff. Prevent osteoporosis. Conquer flab. Train dog. Pet husband. Control frizz. Remind kids of family infrastructure. Save the planet. Then we still have to do the laundry really well. Good thing Whisk has a targeted cleaning system. Now everything you wash gets done right the first time. Whisk. Do it once. Do it right.
Aren't you tired of feminine hygiene commercials with women in gauzy dresses tripping through the daisies? I mean, come on. I know when I want to use a feminine deodorant spray, and I use FDS. FDS absorbs odor and moisture effectively, and its unique time-release formula works as you need it. More women trust FDS. It's safe, gentle, and hypoallergenic. See? No daisies required.
FDS, the one more women trust. And to neutralize light bladder control odors, try new Stay Fresh from FDS.
Stay tuned for more of As the World Turns.
Reporter Brian Benben has a special rapport with his fans.
You smell good.
A unique way of relating to the camera. A knack for bringing out the best in his coworkers.
I'm a complete idiot.
No wonder the ladies love him.
Well, she's in there somewhere, folks.
The Brian Benben Show, this fall, CBS Monday.
She was killed by cosmetic surgery. Special assignment tonight.
What you get when you combine a wire ball with those succulent plants called hens and chicks, you get a hanging sphere. And here you have a masterpiece. It is gorgeous on Martha Stewart Living.
Today at 2 on CBS 2.
Look who's talking of Jackie Collins Hollywood. Who's the sexiest American man you've ever met?
Oh, that's so difficult, actually, because there are so many.
On the next Jackie Collins Hollywood. Today at 3 on CBS 2.
It's the elephants patting themselves on the back.
The tigers who leap to extremes.
It's the turn, the twist that's not to be missed. The clown in every kid's dream.
No childhood would be complete
without a ringside seat to the greatest show on earth.
Ringling Brothers and Barnum and Bailey, still the greatest show on earth.
Now playing the Great Western Forum. Get tickets at the box office and Ticketmaster.
2 words to describe Coy: incredible.
The legend rides again. The Magnificent Seven, CBS Saturday.
Don't let her.
Your Honor, we strongly object. Ms. Lindsay was not scheduled to speak here this morning.
Oh, but you have to admit she has quite a stake in all of this, and frankly, I'd like to hear what she has to say. Miss Lindsay, would you step forward and take a seat?
Yes, Your Honor.
I don't remember everything about the night of the accident, but from what I've heard, it wasn't Carly's fault that she hit me. I know she should have come forward. And maybe technically what she did was a crime, but I think a person's intentions should count too. What's even more important to me, as Miss Griffin said, Carly's pregnant. She hasn't had an easy time with this pregnancy, and she shouldn't be under a lot of stress right now. I don't know how my opinion counts in this case, but I don't want to be responsible for anything happening to that baby. And I don't want to be the reason that it's born in prison. Whatever Carly did, her baby shouldn't have to pay for it. That's not justice, Your Honor. That's all.
I don't believe it.
Thank you, Miss Lindsay. Now I'll take that recess for deliberation.
Hey, you okay?
Yeah.
Well, you seem upset. Did he say something to you?
No, we're just, we're talking, and the subject of Dina came up, and it was just a little much.
So, Eddie's finished you now?
Yep, gave me a statement, and he wanted to get out of here, didn't feel like hanging around. I can't blame him. Looks like Emily feels the same. I guess you two should get back to work.
No, I'm not going to the paper.
Honey, I told you I'm fine.
Yeah, I know, but I don't work at the Argus anymore. I quit.
You're kidding, right? No, he's not.
I gave my mom notice last night.
Tom, you quit? Another job just out of the blue like that? I thought you liked working at the Argus.
You know what? It was a matter of principle. My mom fired Emily for no reason. I thought it was important to stand by her, so I walked.
Wait a minute, I don't understand this. There's got to be another reason. There's got to be some reason that Lisa fired Emily.
Hey, what happened last night with the cops and Margot?
I don't want to talk about it.
That's cool. A lot went down last night. I can understand why you wouldn't. Hey, you know, you look wiped out, Eddie. You should just go home early and let me cover for you. Go veg out in front of the TV, watch old reruns. Oh, your TV doesn't work, right? Then just go home and chill.
I'd rather work.
I just don't believe your attitude, Bob. Have you heard one word that I said?
Yes, Tom quit his job at the newspaper.
It's because of that little tramp, Emily Stewart. She's after him. I can feel it in my bones. I should never have hired her.
You should never have fired her. No wonder he was furious. I would be, too.
You are taking Tom's side? Oh, Bob. You men, sometimes you can be so dumb. You have no idea what this little shark in a miniskirt can do. Well, just consider the source. Look at her mother. Apple doesn't fall far from the tree, then.
Hold it. Just for a minute. It takes two. You can't blame Emily for this. If there's anything to blame anybody for, you don't know that.
I know. You're right. You're right. I just didn't want to think of it that way. No. Tom is, well, he's only human.
You're really going to go on with this, aren't you?
Oh. Look, everything that Tom and Margot have been through recently, it's understandable that Tom would look for comfort elsewhere. But you should have seen how he defended Emily today. You should have seen how they were acting together. I'll tell you, I just swear that those two already have something to hide.
Put wings on an ordinary pad, and it's still an ordinary pad.
Put wings on Stay Free's 4-wall maxi,
And you've got something new.
only Stay Free has 4-wall protection and wings.
Superior protection against leaks. I'm 64. Is there anything I can do to stop bone loss?
Absolutely. Here's proof. In a landmark clinical study, Caltrate actually stopped bone loss in women at risk for osteoporosis, whatever your age.
It's never too late for Caltrate. Summer flew by, and now it's back to school. He's got to have wide legs. She lives for twin sets, and they all want khakis.
For everything they want, it's the Buy More, Save More sale. JCPenney, I love your style. For cool back-to-school styles, it's JCPenney. And this week only, the more you buy, the more you save.
Let's shop till we drop.
The Buy More, Save More sale. Styles that help them look cool. Prices that make you look smart. JCPenney, I love your style.
The best way to stop suffering from allergies is never to start. This is Nasal Crown. You heard right. Nasal Crown. It's allergy prevention. Nasal Crown doesn't just relieve allergies. It flat out prevents them, preventing the natural defenses in your nose from going haywire. So you can live like a person with no allergies. Nasal Crown's like nothing else. No drowsiness, no jitters, no dependency. Nasal Crown. The best way to stop suffering is never to start.
It's not for sale. Other companies have always tried to buy the secret family recipe for Bush's baked beans. No wonder. Roll that beautiful bean footage. Specially cured bacon, fine brown sugar, and a delicate blend of spices. I've only shared my secret family recipe with one other soul, and he'd never sell out. Hey, where'd you get that?
I was just trying it on. Honest.
Bush's baked beans. Our secret family recipe is baked into every bean.
Sammy, about that phone call, you sure you don't know anybody by the name of Cody?
No, and I've never been to Kansas, so can we drop it?
Sure, it's just that you seemed pretty freaked out when I mentioned the name.
Kirk, a wrong number got my name by mistake, and it weirded me out for a second. Now, can we talk about something serious, like what's going to happen regarding the accident?
All systems are go.
I have to admit, I'm gonna miss this place.
Yeah, well, it's the only way we can get a clean slate and start over. Clean slate, no David, get rid of him, we build our dream place.
I just want to make sure that the cops can't pin it to us. Hey. I don't want to go to jail.
I've got it covered.
Boy, you men, sometimes you just kill me. You're so afraid of interfering that you would just let a little shark like Emily, you'll just let her destroy a perfectly wonderful marriage. And what do? Nothing. You just stand by. Well, I'm a woman, and I'm going to take care of it. Believe me, I'm going to have a word with them. I'm going to tell that boy...
You're going to do nothing if you're smart. Our son is old enough to make his own decisions.
Not about this.
About everything. I made the mistake of trying to talk to him when he quit the law. I thought I'd give him some fatherly advice. He almost took my head off.
Well, someone has to do something.
Tom is not in a place right now to listen to a lecture from you. So don't push him. If you push him, you push him right to Emily Stewart. I gotta get to work, and I suggest you do the same. Stay away from our son.
And you are never gonna believe what I just heard.
I just heard something pretty
Tom's
weird, too.
parents, they were talking about him and Emily. They think that they're doing it too, man.
Would you let it go, Eddie?
I can't let it go.
Well, my mom didn't like having Emily around. The firing had nothing to do with work. It was strictly personal.
I don't know. Lisa's a better businesswoman than that.
Well, usually, but you know how she gets.
All right, but I'm sorry. This sounds very unfair.
Well, that's why I left.
It's just I'm having trouble understanding this, taking this all in. Tell me about it. So I guess you'll be looking for another job?
Yeah, don't worry. You're not gonna have a house husband lying around the house again.
No, I don't mind that. Actually, the problem's already been solved.
Yep. Em and I are gonna work at WOAK.
Yeah, I mean, everything hasn't been worked out yet, but I've got a way to buy out David. And once I've got his shares, my first official job will be to hire your husband. I really don't mean to be a bummer, but honey, what do you know about working at a television station?
Well, honey, I'm going to do the same thing I did at the Argus. I'm going to write the news. It's not going to be that much different.
Yeah, I think he'll make the adjustment brilliantly. In fact, I know he will. Okay. I hope you're not going to be a dime about all of this. I think Tom really could use your support. Emily, Tom has my support every step of the way. He knows that. Well, personally, I think the move's going to be fabulous for him. In fact, I bet you're going to win another award.
We'll talk about my brilliant career later. Right now, I'm going to take my wife home and get some rest.
Oh, I can't go yet.
You got more to do on Eddie's case?
Well, I just got all these loose ends I have to tie up, but you know what? It seems like you two have a lot to talk about, so why don't you go and I'll catch up later.
No,
come on. You go. I can find my own way home. You go.
Okay.
How you doing?
Oh, I'm better. I nearly lost it when Julie said she wanted to talk.
Wasn't she great? I couldn't believe it. We really owe her one, hon.
Yes, we certainly do.
I have no idea what to say to you.
What is wrong with you, Julia? How could you let her off like that after
Nikki,
she put you
cool it.
through?
Julie did what she had to do.
What, you had to let her off the hook, Julie? Is that what you had to do?
You don't understand.
No, I don't understand any of you people. Am I the only one here who sees Carly for the witch that she is?
Julia, Carly and I are very grateful for what you just did. We want to thank you, don't we?
Yes. Thank you very much.
I just didn't want the baby to suffer.
Carly, the judge is coming back. By the way, when we're done here, I need your signature on some documents for the other legal matter that you're dealing with.
Quiet. Let's not discuss that here. Hal could hear you.
We're back in session.
Night and day, you are the one.
Feel fresh, dry, all day with new Lady Speed Stick Gel. Glides on clear, never leaves a trace. New 24-hour Lady Speed Stick Gel.
Night and day.
By Minnie.
My mom says I look just like the Gerber baby. I've changed a bit. And so has Gerber. Now they don't have any added sugar or starch in over 100 recipes. Shouldn't your baby be a Gerber baby?
When I heard about it, migraine headache pain relief without a prescription, clinically proven from Excedrin,
I didn't believe it. I mean, how can you if you know what migraine pain is like? But I tried it because you'll try anything to get rid of migraines. And you know what? Excedrin migraine relieves migraine pain. My own research. That I believe.
Excedrin Migraine, the only non-prescription medicine approved for migraine pain relief.
Wrangler jeans are soft and comfortable. And they get more soft and comfortable every time you wash them. Wrangler, real comfortable jeans.
Wrangler jeans. Perfect when you're training your dog. Or when your dog is training you. Wrangler. Real comfortable jeans.
When teachers ask kids to name a glue, you know what they say?
Elmer's. Elmer's. Elmer's, silly.
It's the glue kids know and the glue teachers recommend.
Elmer's.
No wonder they stick with Elmer's.
Want the one mascara that does it all? The one and only Great Lash from Maybelline. It conditions as it thickens. No clumps or globs. Builds fuller, healthier looking. Maybe you're born with eyelashes. Great Lash.
Ms. Munson, I've decided to reject the recommendation of the district attorney and sentence you instead to 6 months of community service. However, I want you to be fully aware that my decision would not have been nearly so lenient had it not been for the extraordinary statement made in your behalf by Miss Lindsay. I have seldom seen such a display of generosity and humanity, and I am not at all ashamed to admit that my decision was affected by it. You are deeply in her debt, Miss Munson. I hope you're aware of that.
Yes, Your Honor.
Then that will be all. This hearing is adjourned.
It's all over. You're okay.
Well, I guess congratulations are in order. Well, I'm happy for your father.
And what about your client? I mean, you don't seem to be a big fan of my stepmommy.
I'd rather not discuss her if you don't mind.
Well, I'd rather not talk to her again for the rest of my life, or talk about her for that matter. Now, everyone tried to warn my father before he married. I mean, all his friends did, but he wouldn't listen.
Well, your father does have his own mind.
Jessica, I heard you earlier discussing some papers that Carly had to sign.
You heard that?
Yeah, well, I'm not being nosy or anything. I was wondering whether it was something my father needed to know about. Carly does tend to keep things from him.
Nikki, I cannot discuss that with you. I'll breach confidentiality.
People will say you're a heroine. How does that feel? Was this a religious act on your part?
Do you think you did the right thing,
I just want to get out of here. I'm
Why
sorry.
did you stand up with your
Tell us what you
That's
did.
enough, okay? That's enough. You're not exactly on friendly terms.
Thank you.
Anytime. Where are you going?
Jack, I don't want to do
I'm going with you. I lost you once. I'm not losing you again.
Margot. Margot, what a surprise. Something I can do for you?
Yeah, I wanted to talk to you about Emily. I just, I thought she was doing a fine job for you.
You heard I fired her?
Yeah, out of the blue. I mean, where did that come from?
Honey, that's something I can only discuss with Emily.
I know, Lisa, I don't mean to butt in. It's just that I'm concerned about Tom because he seems to feel that you fired her because of personal reasons.
Yes. Actually, it is personal, and if you'll excuse me, I have to get down to,
But Lisa, what is the problem? Because, you know, we're all friends. I'm sure we can work it out.
I really, really cannot go into this with you, Margot. But I can say one thing. If I were you, I would not think of Emily as my friend.
You know, Emily Stewart thinks she's better than everybody, man. I know girls in the street that got more class than that slut. And Tom, you know, I had him figured for Mr. Innocent, you know?
Eddie, chill out.
I don't know how the hell they could do that to Margot, you know what I mean? That skinny, ugly piece of...
Leave them alone. Don't do anything crazy.
Hello, Eddie. We seem to keep running into each other.
What are you doing, man? Huh? Your wife almost got killed last night. What are you doing out with that slut?
Joan London for Claret.
In my line of work, you've got to be ready. Ready to hit your mark. That's why my doctor prescribed Claritin Ready tabs for my seasonal